Well, it's been a little while since I posted a video, and it seemed to me that this Axelson might be a good subject for a short series. I picked this up several months ago, and I'm in the process of repairing it. I'd like to put it back into service, and I got a little bit ahead of myself the other day and spent a short amount of time taking some of these things apart, as you can see. So my intent is to take a series of short videos as this project progresses and explain some of the things that I found and provide something that is at least moderately interesting to a few people that perhaps are encountering similar difficulties with other machines. So I picked this up from a used dealer some months ago, and obviously in pretty rough shape, but I've seen an awful lot worse. I've got a longer one in the shop also that I might make a series on later. This is a 16 by 54. The other one is a 16 by 102. They have similar features. They're not that far apart chronologically, both built in the 50s. Here you can see we have bits of the compound and some of the cross slide parts and everything all taken apart. There's some pretty substantial wear, but I think we can repair that. There are a few broken castings on this machine. As you can see, one of the gear shift levers has been replaced. Functional, but not that elegant. So I'm going to see what I can do about making a casting or two to replace that lever. The other lathe has got one, but it's been brazed up and isn't very pretty. Similarly, there's a shift lever that's missing. You can kind of see in the center of the frame right now. I have part of that. The one on the other lathe might serve as a pattern to make a replacement. I intend to take the apron apart farther to make sure it's oiling properly, check out the gears, check out the bearings, and make sure that's in good shape before we get going. This lathe was dropped off a forklift before I got it. So the hand wheel for the tailstock is broken off. I do have the wheel, but I'll need to make a new shaft, and I'll cover that when we get to that part of the project. Coming around to the other side, the taper attachment has the corner broken out of it, and that's from that same mishap. The taper attachment on the other lathe is in better shape, but I'm probably going to leave it there. So this one might just get repaired, but I'll cover that too when we get that far. Moving to the headstock, there's a brief view of the gear train, which I would say is rather impressive. Plenty heavy, very well built. They've got an oil pump that runs whenever the motor is running, that through the series of lines that you can see here oils all of the critical parts. The shifters in this one seem to be in better shape than the one in the other lathe, but I'll get into this and inspect it as we go to make sure it's going to be a good working order. There are a pair of clutches that are going to be a little bit tough to see. There's clutch packs down in here. These lathes have a motor that runs continuously as long as the lathe is on, and you engage either the forward clutch packs or the reverse clutch packs to change your spindle direction, and I think that's a pretty good idea. This is the service door through which you can adjust the clutches without having to take the cover off the headstock. This particular lathe has a 15-horse motor. Haven't tried it yet. Look forward to doing so. If it proves to be a problem, probably wind up repairing this one. The other lathe has a 10-horse motor on it, and I intend just to leave that one put to and repair it as necessary. So a brief overview, but I don't want to bore everyone right out of the gate. It's easy to see, I think, that we have quite a project ahead, and we'll just see how this unfolds. I know there'll be a lot that needs to be repaired, a lot that needs to be refreshed. I'm not sure how much scraping I'm going to do on this one right away. I might put it into service first and see what it does and take it from there. And as far as grinding the ways, that remains to be seen as well. The apron traverse wheel was pretty badly worn. The keyway was all sloppy inside, so I'll have to fix that as well. The covers for the power feed clutches were missing, and I'll have to see what I can do about finding some of those, or perhaps using the ones from the other lathe as patterns to make new ones. The gear for the thread chasing dial is also severely worn, and I'll have to see what can be done about that. I'd kind of get down there and try to point the camera at the spot, but it's pretty tough to see. So I'll get a close-up when that part is disassembled. A bit of surface rust from road spray on the return trip, but I think we have something worth fixing. I haven't found any broken gears yet. Nothing that some care and attention and some repair parts I think won't take care of. So I thank you for your attention, and as work permits, I'll be posting more videos, and we will see just what's required to get this thing back in service again. Thanks for watching.